let's talk verses. So the other night, Donnell Jones went against Joe, or whatever. And I have seen the last few verses, and I will say I did like this one better. I know there's a lot of commentary, but I did like this one better because the first one, which was what, Tyrese versus Tank, I knew Tank was gonna win. I didn't think we was gonna get an impromptu song called The Turtleneck. Anywho, then there was B2K versus Pretty Ricky. I knew Pretty Ricky was gonna win, and if I was Raz B, Omarion and J Boog, I would still be whooping off on Lil Fizz ass because they got whooped mercilessly. Yeah. Um, but I knew Pretty Ricky was gonna win. No doy. I also knew Joe was gonna win in this one, but this the thing. I'm gonna say this. I did not think it was gonna be this merciless. Like I knew the other two was gonna be merciless. Like that I knew that Tyrese couldn't hold a candle to Tank because Tank more is a singer than Tyrese. He's more of an actor now. And I knew that Pretty Ricky, even though B2K came out when I was a kid, I was more of a Pretty Ricky fan. I knew that even with Omarion, he lost to Mario. So I'm looking like if Omarion lost, B2K definitely ain't finna fucking win. Not against no damn Pretty Ricky. So I just didn't think, I thought Donnell Jones and Joe, I knew Joe was gonna win. I did not think it was gonna be pretty much a perfect, like literally it took for Joe to say I'm gonna make him come, like pretty much said like I'm gonna make this Negro show up. But by the time I think they did like 15 16 rounds, and I'm not gonna hold you, Donnell Jones didn't show up hits wise until round like 10 11, and it was like, bro, just you might as well you take your hat off, baby, hang it up. I will say this, he did do the writing for 702's Let's Get It Together, I think is the name of the song. Did anybody do a vocal check? Because I'm not, as a person that can't hold a note to save her life, baby. 702. I didn't want to go. I definitely didn't want to stay. Can y'all please get the vocals together? My God. I was like, them vocals was not. That was I didn't think they would be that bad. Like I didn't think that. I was like, so baby needs some warm tea. Did nobody do like um I do the mic check? No one did a sound check for this. I'm not trying to be rude. Anywho, back to Donnell Jones, who also he was singing. I would say this, like I'm like, bro, where are your hits? Like I know I'm more of a Joe fan than I am a Donnell Jones fan, but I'm like, I like Donnell Jones, like I like his music. I was like, what are you singing? Like it took for Joe to be like, yeah, I'm finna like Joe had to throw a couple rounds and the man still lost. Joe was like, I'm retiring from music. You can come on back, Joe. I'm sorry. Joe retired from music damn near 10 years ago. He retired, I think, 2016, 2017, when he did that song with Gucci Mane. And he said, yeah, this is my last album. I think it's called Joe Thomas. I can't remember. He got on like white with green hat or something. But anywho, like look up the album when he did a song with Gucci Mane. He said that's his last album. And it's like, Joe, why did you give up music? Because it ain't that you can't sing no more. Because he was singing beautifully. Like, I don't, I will say this. The last two verses, I knew they was gonna go the way they was gonna go. I'm not shocked. This one, I was like, Donnell Jones gonna lose, but he ain't finna just get beat up. Like, did Donnell Jones not know he was gonna be in the verses? Like, I just liked that it wasn't cringy. Like Tank and Tyrese, even though they supposed to be brothers and in the group, it was a bit cringy. Um, and then with B2K versus Pretty Ricky, Marion was getting in his feelings. Like I said, you getting mad at Pleasure P and them talking about what Slicker at. You should be still whooping off on Lil Fizz, because that's the reason why you got in that mess. You didn't win the Mario. You thought you was gonna win the Pretty Ricky. Anywho, back to the verses at hand. I just didn't expect for him to lose that mercilessly. I did not expect for that. I also Didn't know people say that because I've been on like listening to podcasts, been to people Patreon and seeing other people post, and they were saying like, pretty much that's how Donnell Jones sound now. And it's like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this. I am so glad I am more of a Joe fan. Cause that nigga can still sing. He can still hit them notes. He can still do them runs. He brought out 50 Cent. You really didn't even need that man. He brought out 50 Cent like an ornament. Like he didn't need him. You won already. Like that's I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of feel bad for Donnell. Like I don't think he understood the assignment. I don't think he was prepared. I don't. I think because Joe was so like, yeah, we brothers, and it's just a win for R&B, and it was like now I just feel bad for Donnell. But anywho, hopefully, you know, does it help Donnell? I don't know. At this point, anywho, um, if you've seen the verses and have your opinion, please put it in the comments. Yeah, let's talk in the comments because I knew Joe was gonna win. I just didn't think he was gonna do that to that man. Like I actually kind of feel bad. Like I almost feel like Kiki Palmer. Like sorry to that man. Sorry to that man. Like that's what Joe needs to say. Sorry to that man. He needs to apologize. He needs to make a formal apology because that was unfair. But anywho, however you if you seen the verses or seen the clips, which are a lot of funny like parodies and clips of it, give your commentary in the comments. Anywho, goodbye.